next important method is strain energy method. Okay, see, this method also very much important, very easy and very important. So most of the time for the gate and IES prelims, okay, for the gate and IES prelims, okay, what are the methods that we need to use to find out the deflection based on the problem difficulty? Okay, one is a moment area method, and another one is a strain energy method. Okay, so these two are easy, and in the MAM we have two theory. One is a Morse first theory and Morse second theory, and here there is only one equation. Based on that you can find out deflection at any point. Okay, so first we will see how to derive the bending moment in the beam due to the bending. So here for example, this is the beam and subjected to the uniformly distributed load. Because of that there is a bending produced here. Okay, so whenever we go for the what is the strain energy when a body is subjected to the axial stress F, normal stress F, okay, then strain energy U equal to stress into, okay, what is the strain energy formula? Half into stress into strain into volume. Okay, half into stress into strain into volume. Or generally we will write, if you write strain in terms of the stress, then it will become sigma square divided by 2E into volume. So if you take unit volume, then you can remove this also, then sigma square by 2E, that is what it will become. Okay, I substituted E equal to sigma by E. So here in this beam, if you want to calculate this strain energy, then you need a normal stress. And what is the normal stress that is produced here in this beam? Okay, that is nothing but a bending stress here. For example, because of the bending, I will take a element like this, elemental area, cylindrical element, here like this. If I see the cross section, it is like this. Okay, this is the DA, and on this, what is happening? Because of the bending, there is a bending stress acting like this. On this, bending stress is acting normal to this. Okay, when the bending stress is acting normal to this, which is at a distance of y from there, dA. Okay, so on this particular area, see, this is the length of the beam, this is the cross section. This is, if I look from this is the area. On this area, let's assume that a bending stress is acting F, which is at a distance of y from the neutral axis there. Okay, in such cases, what is the strain energy? Strain is equal to F square divided by 2E into volume. What is the volume of this particular strip that I have taken? That is like a cylinder, right? So area is dA into dx. Area into length is volume. Okay, this is what we got here. And here I will substitute y value, F value. F is nothing but F in terms of m. F equal to m divided by I into y. If I substitute this, then what happened here? If I substitute that value F square, then m square y square divided by 2E I square, okay, dA dx. This is the value we got. Okay, this is the strain energy for that element area. That is why I will keep this is a delta U. So strain energy, if I want to find out the entire strain energy that is formed in the beam, first how I need to integrate. First I will expand this area to the entire cross section. Okay, first I will cover from here to here. I will cover from the entire cross section. Okay, that means from the YT to the YC. YC is a top from the normal and YT is a bottom most from the neutral axis. Okay, normal line, neutral axis. Okay, first I will expand so that it will become the rectangle. That means, it is covering from here to here. This strip is covering from top to bottom. After covering that, it is a dx. Instead of dx, I am covering from 0 to L. Understood? First, I need to integrate with respect to the here area. After integrating with respect to the area, I will integrate with respect to the x. That is what I need to do. So here, when I integrate with respect to the area, delta u is equal to, when I integrate, then here what is happening, m square by 2e I square, and dx also common. Why? Because only on the cross section I am doing the integration first. When I am doing cross section, so what are the variables that are related to the cross section here? This is the variable and this is the variable related to the cross section, dA into y square. Whenever you have dA into y square, then it is nothing but I. This is nothing but I, right? What is the definition of the I? Moment of inertia, area moment of inertia, integral dA into y square. This is the I, okay? So here, this integral is from yt to the yc. That means it is about the neutral axis. So whatever I we are finding here, it is about the neutral axis. And here also already one more I is here. So I will substitute, in case of this I will substitute I value. So here m square dx divided by 2ei into I square into I. So I will get cancelled. So this is the value we will get here. And if you want to find out, see, this is the strain energy, for the distance dx on the entire cross section. If I want strain energy, strain energy for the entire section from 0 to L, for the entire length, then it will become m square dx divided by 2ei. This is the final strain energy formula that we got here. Okay, so this can be even written as a u equal to integral 1 by 2ei 1 by 2ei, okay, integral of m square dx, okay, integral of m square dx. Why I took e and I outside? Because for a given material E is constant, and if the cross section of the beam is a constant, then ei I can take out of the integral value. In some of the cases what happens, if the I value is given in terms of x, if I is changing or the cross section is changing along the length of the beam, then in that case you cannot take this out, but you need to keep inside. Okay, so what is this formula? This formula is the strain energy produced in the beam because of the bending. Okay, what is the use of this? Why we are finding this? Why? Because here our ultimate aim in this chapter is to find out the deflection and the slope here. Okay, so how to find out the deflection and the slope, especially the deflection, how to find out the deflection here. See, this is the strain energy. For example, if you take a if you take what is this? This is the cantilever beam. Cantilever beam is subjected to the force Fw. Because of that, there is a there is a change in its position, that is a delta. Let's take that is a delta. Okay, so what is happening, because of the force applied here, it is bent. When it bent, what is happening, there is a strain produced in this. Forcibly it is bent. When it is being forcibly bent, what is the meaning of that? It is being subjected to the strain. Okay, I got very much strained. Okay, something we will say sometimes when you feel very hectic. In the same way, it is being subjected to the strain. Okay, so how that strain is subjected, and if you observe the amount of force applied on this, proportional to the amount of displacement that is happened here. So if I draw the graph between these two, this is the W and this is the delta amount of the deflection, then what happened, initially when there is no force, there is no delta, and when I increase the force, then gradually the delta value increases like this. Okay, So so what is the area between these two? The force into distance is nothing but the work done, and how much work we done here, whatever work we done here, that is stored in the beam as a strain energy here. Understood? Okay, so what is the area of this? Or average work done is half into W into delta, or you can take the area of that. So here area of that is half into W into delta. This is the area, and this should be equal to whatever strain energy produced here. The work done on the beam is produced or stored as the strain energy. So if we equate this to this, 1 by 2 EI integral m square dx. Okay, by equating this, what happened? We can calculate the delta value here. What is the delta? Delta is nothing but the deflection of the beam here. Okay, but here, see, that is how we are finding out the deflection here. But there are some limitations for this. What are those limitations? Here if you observe, W and delta are related, like wherever you applied the force, this delta is related to that. Wherever you applied force, the delta is corresponding place. And instead of that, if you want to find out, instead of this, I applied W here, and if I want to find out a deflection at this point, then how to find out? In such cases, it is not possible by using this formula. So we will go for some modification. Okay, we will go for that modification suggested by Castigliano. He is Italian scientist, Castigliano. We will see that modification here now. Okay, before we go for that modification, we will take up some examples and see how to find out the the deflection in those examples. So here first I will take the cantilever. This is a cantilever, and then it is subjected to the W at the end, and point is B, and this is the point A. I want to find out the deflection at a B. That is the thing here. So here what we need to find out, for example, the X value is coming here, the cross section I am taking from here. What is the formula here? The formula in this case is strain energy U equal to 1 by 2 EI into integral m square. M square is m suffix x square into dx. Okay, m is a function of x here. Okay, in whichever direction you are taking, you need to consider the bending from that direction. Okay, so here I am considering from the x distance. So what is the mx at any point? Mx equal to w into x. Okay, which is a negative or positive? Negative. Why? Because it is producing the this effect. What is that? So Hawking effect. Okay, so here if I take this, then U equal to 1 by 2 EI integral for the entire beam 0 to L mx is how much? W square x square into dx. So if I integrate this, then what happened? It will become 1 by 2 EI W square x cube divided by 3 0 to L. 0 to L means it will become 1 by 2 EI 6. It will become 6 W square under L cube. This is the value we got. Okay, strain energy. But because of this point load, okay, because of this point load, what is happening? The strain work done to produce this strain energy is nothing but half into W into delta. So W, where is W? Yeah, one more W, half, and here it will get cancelled. Then finally you get delta equal to W L cube divided by 3 EI. Okay, this is how we need to get the deflection here. And in the same manner, if I consider the simply supported beam, this is a simply supported beam, and W is acting in between L by 2, this is the A, this is the B, and what is the point here? The point is here is C here, and what is the value here? W by 2, and then this is also W by 2. So if I go from the A, then it is the X here. And here, the strain energy I need to find out for the entire beam. That is my concept here. Strain energy I need to find out at the entire beam. Though how to find out? If I find out the strain energy from A to C, and if I double it, then it is nothing but C to B. Why? Because it is because of the symmetry. Okay, so the strain energy here is 1 by 2 EI integral mx at a distance here x. Okay, what is the mx? Mx is nothing but w by 2 into x whole square into dx. And see, this is a 0 to L by 2, and I am doubling this value. That means A to C I will double so that I will get for the entire AB. This is for entire AB. Okay, don't get confused. That's why I doubled it. Okay, so after integration, what is the value here? 1 by EI, W square divided by 4 x cube divided by 3, 0 to L. So after substituting the integral values, then it will become W square L cube divided by 12 EI. Okay, this is the value. But at the point C, wherever the load is acting, that is the delta we need to consider. So at the point C, W into delta C, this is the value. W will get cancelled and half will get cancelled. Then how much you have here? What is the value here? See here, 2 will get cancelled. Here we have a 4 x square, W x square divided by 3. So here 2 will get cancelled. Then we will get sigma C equal to W L cube divided by 6 EI. Okay. Here we got wrong answer. Why? Sorry, this is L by 2. We need to substitute L by 2. Okay. So we substituted L here. So I will substitute L by 2 whole cube. Okay, you should be careful. So it will become how much? It is not 12. Instead, it is a 12 here, and then 12 into 8. So 12 into 8, 2 will go cancel. 4 into 12 is 48. So it will become 48 here. Okay, so you should be careful while substituting this. Okay, one simple mistake we will go. See, since I know the answer, that's why I can able to realize. Otherwise, your answer will be gone in the examination if you don't know the answer. Okay, this is how we need to find out. But how to find out in case of how to find out the strain energy in case of a uniformly distributed load? So, for example, this is the uniformly distributed load like this. Okay, this is the W and the whole length is L. This is the A and this is the B. And if I am going from the this end, then what is the mx? U equal to 1 by 2 EI integral mx at any distance is how much? W x square divided by 2 whole square into dx. Okay, this is the value. So here if I integrate this, then 4 into 8 EI after integrating x cube, already square is there, x power 5. X power 5, okay, x power 5 divided by 5, 0 to L. Okay, then W square x power L power 5, L power 5, okay, 5 into 8 is 40 EI. This is the value we got U. But here how to find out the deflection at the point B? See, I mentioned like whenever you have a point load, then only we can use that the work done. Here, then only we can use the work done formula. But whereas in this case, what is happening in this case? There is no point load, but instead the entire beam is like a infinity number of point loads. Okay, infinity number of point loads. In such cases, what is happening? Let's assume that this is a W1 and corresponding is a delta 1, W2 corresponding delta 2. So in such cases, what is happening? It can be written as half into average of W1 delta 1 plus W2 delta 2 or capital W, like that, Wn delta n. Okay, this is how we need to equate to this. So there is no single W here, but n number of W acting all along the length of the beam. So in such cases, how to find out this? Okay, in such cases, to simplify the problem, okay, the scientist, one scientist suggested one, simplification method. His name is Castigliano. Okay, we will see that method now.